What's up, guys? This is Magnus Manga, and I am coming to you guys with my March and April manga haul. I'm so excited to show you this because it has some fantastic manga volumes that I picked up. So let's get right into it. I picked up a couple of volumes while hanging out with my brother, and I got two newer releases and one older release that I was really happy to find. And the first one is My Clueless First Friend Volume 5. Really have enjoyed this nice slice of life series. It's really fun, pretty cute. It's just chill. It's really chill. My Clueless First Friend Volume 5. And then next up is a new Volume 1 that it really stood out to me when I saw it, and that is A-Do. Like A-D-O 0, or yeah, I don't know. And this was pretty good. It reminded me a lot of Akira, and yeah, it's like Akira, and there's a series that's on the Weekly Shonen Jump app called Wild Strawberry, and that's kind of similar to this as well. So it's like a mix of Akira but with like a plant monster. It was pretty interesting, pretty solid Volume 1. Keep giving it a try. Also, I really loved the just white and black, just a very stark contrast with each other. And lastly, the volume that I was incredibly excited to find was Heavenly Delusion Volume 1. This series has been out of stock for a long time, and I am just glad to finally have it physically. It's a really solid print. The texturing here and on the number 1 and the title, and then on the back with the title as well, it's slightly rough matte texture, while the rest of it is kind of glossy, and it has these nice French flaps. And guess what? It costs less than one of these volumes by $2 or $3. It's insane. This is $13, I think. Yeah, so it's $2 less than one of the Yen Press series, and it's $12 by Dempa. Love Dempa. They're fantastic. I don't think I've had a single volume that I've gotten from them that I haven't liked. Definitely extremely underrated publisher, and I hope you guys support them by picking up March Comes in Like a Lion and other series like that, because they do a fantastic job. Next up, I picked up Omnibus 9 of Fire Force. I've been really enjoying this series a whole lot, and I'm excited to continue on through the story. We're almost at the end. There will be a total of 12 omnibuses, one more 3-in-1, and then two more 2-in-1s, because the series ends at 34 volumes, and with this one we'll be at 27. So next up, I'm going to kind of do a mini review, because these next two volumes that I'm about to show you, I am absolutely excited that they're out, and that is Initial D Omnibus Volume 1 and the variant cover of Initial D Omnibus 1. Absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend at least trying to get this copy. But, this is absolutely fine. This is absolutely amazing to finally have in easy to get English. Initial D has been translated into English before in single volume editions by Tokyo Pop, but were discontinued after 33 volumes. 33 volumes of 48. So the series was never finished in English, and now we will get the opportunity to complete it in English. So we have this is the main cover variant. You'll see these in most Barnes & Nobles, Books A Millions, etc. And then there's this one, which you can find at Kinokuniya in the US, and other similar chains in other countries like Canada or the Philippines. And this version comes with this Shikishi board, which is signed by the author. Cool. This has Kini no Kuniya on the side, nothing on the back. This is pretty cool. I'm going to keep it in the plastic wrap personally because I want as little damage to it as possible, but I still think it's a really fantastic addition to the series and to the release. There is a third version which you can get, but I am choosing not to get it because I just think these two are the best ones, personally. The other one is okay, but I think these two are way, way better. Next up are some other series that I am excited to finally get. First up is Go-Go Loser Ranger Volume 9 by Negi Haruba. Really enjoy this series. It had a slump around volumes 3 through 6 or 7, but after it got out of that slump, it is fantastic. It also goes by the name Sentai Daishikoku in Japanese and Reject Ranger. It is getting an anime in the next couple of weeks from when I am filming it, and I highly recommend you check it out. Next up is Frieren Volume 10 by Kanehito Yamada and Tsukasa Abe. The anime just wrapped up from when I'm filming it, and it was an amazing watch. I highly recommend you either check out the anime or check out this fantastic manga. And then last up for this part of the haul, we have The Essence of Being a Muse Volume 3. This is like a drama, slice of life type story about a girl who wants to pursue art in college. It was a pretty good read. I enjoyed it. I picked up Orb on the Movements of the Earth, Volume Omnibus 2, which collects Volumes 3 and 4. And gosh, the first volume was a little rough, but I am now sold on this series. There were a couple lines of dialogue that like absolutely blew me away. Actually, I can't wait to see this animated because I think either this summer or in this fall we're going to be getting this series animated. So that'll be really cool to see. And then a manga that I have been really excited about, just because this cover looks absolutely phenomenal, and I've heard amazing things about this series, The Fable by Katsuhisa Minami, Omnibus 1, which collects volumes 1 and 2. There will be 11 total of these. The anime also just started. That one looks okay. The first episode was a little rough animation-wise, but the story, they animated it perfectly. They adapted it perfectly, and I really enjoyed this. So, like, pretty much the day the first episode dropped, I got this. I read this omnibus and then watched the first episode of the anime. I was laughing so hard. This guy, Akira, I think his name is so goofy. So I picked up quite a few more volumes in April, a lot more than I was expecting. Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 22. This cover is kind of a spoiler, but you know, there's nothing I can really do. Next up is Sakamoto Days, Volume 11. Very fun volume. Really enjoy this series. Mission Yozakura Family, Volume 10. Finally enjoying this series. I really started to enjoy this around volumes 6 and 7. Next up is Blue Box Volume 9. I love this cover. Fun sports rom-com series. Shy Volume 6. I'm still kind of getting used to the vibe of the series. It kind of was a little slow. This cover is a little naughty, but you know, I'll try and make do. Toge Oni, Volume 3. Pretty kind of like with Shy, I'm still kind of getting used to the series. It's like Noragami, but like set in ancient Japan. Next up is Kowloon Generic Romance Volume 6. This came out a while ago, but there was Barnes & Noble buy one, get one 50% off sale, and I decided to pick it up. Several of these upcoming volumes are from that sale. Next up is Snowball Earth, Volume 1. This was a very interesting first volume. I think it sets up a really unique and interesting world for us to explore. Next up is a series that I read digitally, fell in love, and was so excited to pick up. That is Steel of the Celestial Shadows, Volume 1, and Volume 2. Really interesting series set in medieval Japan about a guy who resists metal. So like an anti-Magneto in ancient Japan. Next up is The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl, Volume 3. And Volume 4. I only pick this series up in sales like this Barnes & Noble sale. It's really thin for the price, even though the paper quality is absolutely fantastic. It's just the thinness is what really drives me away from picking up this series at cover price. Next up is Marmalade Boy Volume 5, the final volume of this classic shoujo series. And this ending was kind of what I was expecting. It kind of made some a little bit of BSing and kind of just like bizarre logic to make it work. For my first ever big shoujo, I enjoyed it overall. I really think that one subplot with the teacher was a little unnecessary, especially with kind of the weirdness that's already going on with the main plot, but other than that, I thought it was pretty good. Next up is Chainsaw Man Volume 14. I finally got around to picking this volume up. Kind of just took my time on it. I knew it's going to be around, so I was like, you know what, I can take my time to pick this up. And then next up is Azumanga Daioh, the Omnibus. I decided to pick up this brick because I really enjoyed K-On! And I thought it'd be an interesting read to read something kind of similar to K-On! And I've seen some of the clips, like the Hello Everyone scene, and I thought, you know what, this seems like a fun read. It's only one volume. I think it might be worth checking out. And then lastly, this was gifted to me by a friend kind of out of nowhere. I still need to ask him where he got it, but I got Cheese Sweet Home Part 1, which is pretty much just an omnibus, collects volumes 1 through 3 of Cheese Sweet Home, the dark and gritty seinen series that everybody loves. So I've thought about picking this up, but it's like one of those things where like probably wouldn't spend my own money on it, but one of my friends just kind of randomly gave it to me, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. So for the last part of the haul, I got a couple of volumes to show you. First up is Heavenly Delusion Volume 2. Really love this publisher, Dempa. They do a great job with all of their stuff. Unfortunately, it's sometimes a little hard to get, but and a little hard to find, but they do a great job. Next up is Gachiakuda Volume 2. Fantastic series by the assistant to the creator of Fire Force and Soul Eater. She has some amazing artwork. Next up is Blue Lock Volume 12. Fantastic cover. Finally past where the anime is, and excited to see where it goes. And then lastly is Parasite Full Color Edition Volume 6. Only 2 left, and then we'll have the entire series. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed seeing all the stuff that I got in March and April. And my next video should be my full manga collection. And so yeah, I'll see you guys in that video. Ciao.